babes, what's up? We're back at it again with another video, and in today's video in my channel, which is your channel, we have DIOR in the house. I have right here their brand new Forever Natural Bronze, and if you are ready to know all the tea about this brand new bronzer, keep on watching. Video, don't forget that I would love for you to be part of the Stephi Glam or us fam, so go down below and click the little red button. Alright guys, so we need something in these lips, and of course I'm gonna be using my lip oil from DIOR. I have two shades right here, 015 Cherry and 012 Rosewood. It is about the way they feel on the lips for me. Like, they're so yummy. I really recommend you this. They're literally one of the best lip oils in the market. I literally can be here all day like this. I love the applicator because it's like big and thick, so it's just like hug your lips. Look what I have right here. I have the brand new bronzer from DIOR, and of course I'm gonna give you all the tea about it, but first things first, I need to put myself together. So we're gonna be using everything DIOR. I have DIOR foundation, DIOR concealer, powder, and everything. So let's do this. I almost forgot to tell you what I'm wearing on my eyes. I'm wearing this Queen from DIOR on the shade 279 Denim, and this is the prettiest blue shadow that you can use. You can use them by itself or layer them one on top of the other one like I did for this eye look, and it will just give you the nice pretty blue when you just mix all this blue together. I used a little bit of liner and done deal. I always like to shake my foundations, remember all the oils and all that inside there. Shake it. And you must be bored already of seeing me use my Bobbi Brown foundation brush, but please, it is literally the best freaking brush for foundation. Like, it doesn't soak up any product, nothing. And you're gonna see how pretty all these DIOR products look when you just use them all together. I love them. So let me apply this foundation really quick so this video it's not like 100 years long. So the matte foundation, it's on the shade 3W, which is warm, but the natural one is on the shade 3N. I do rather the 3N for my skin complexion better. I'm neutral. I don't like yellow or golden undertones on me. Like, oh, it's a peppy. I don't like it. But once you blend the 3W on my skin, it's not that bad. This foundation is a nice solid medium coverage, and you see how it is a matte foundation, but you still have some dewy dew going on. Now we're gonna go with DIOR Forever Skin Corrector, and this is on the shade 1.5N. This is a beautiful concealer. I do like to blend my under eye and then right away apply powder and then blend the other eye. So I'm using my DIOR Cushion powder. I like to shake it, grab it a little bit with my Inoshige from Sonia G, go back to my under eye, make sure I don't have no creases, and then apply my powder. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of powder for my T-zone. I don't really like to apply powder all over my face, right on top of my pores and on my smile lines, of course. So now the exciting part. Let me take this beauty out of the box, and I'm so freaking excited for this bronzer. It comes in the same packaging of this loose powder, and if you know me, then you already know the love I have for this Cushion loose powder. It is just stunning in general, like so blurring on the pores. And my people out there that already tried this, open my recommendation. I know you guys are loving it. So here you have the DIOR Forever Natural Bronze. Again, it's the same package packaging. Both of them have plastic in the back, but in the front it is this cushion pretty little thing. And the only about this packaging, it is the color. It's just a beigey light color and it gets dirty, especially the bronzer. That's gonna be a whole dilemma and a half, but we're gonna have to just deal with it, control it. Make sure you have your hands clean every time you grab it. I don't know what we're gonna do right here, but I like the packaging. This baby goes for $48 and it comes in a warm and neutral shades. I picked up mine in the shade 07 Golden Bronze. It's for dark and golden skin tones. This looks stunning. I haven't even tried it and I'm already loving it. It is a powder formulation. It's supposed to give you the nice healthy glow effect and a sun-kissed finish and 90% mineral origin pigments. Soft and lightweight, this bronzer texture blends seamless with the skin for natural long wear results. Fused with wild pansy flowers. And it's supposed to give the skin natural hydration for comfort throughout the day. You can apply it to more textured areas. You can contour, sculpt, and define the face with it. I am going to be contouring and bronzing my face with this bronzer. Why not? Let me bring you all up in my grill. Hold up. Alright, so let me give you a swatch first really quick. It does have a slight scent. It's really not that strong, so it does feels really silky, very creamy, really comfortable. Yummy. This is the shade number 7. And then the blendability. With my Ita brush from NARS, it does pick up a lot of product, so be careful. It literally blends to almost nothing. Alright, so for contouring, I do think it is a bit too warm. I normally like to contour with more grayish tones. Let me grab my brush and bronze it up. Alright, so let's see how it looks as a bronzer. I'm gonna grab my Wayne Gash brush really quick and I'm already getting heartburn. Hold up. Let me go contour my nose and I'll be back. I'm not gonna be using this for my nose because it's a bit too warm. I'll be back. Alright guys, so we need some blush and I'm gonna be using the DIOR 353. This came out for a Christmas collection if I'm not mistaken, but this pink, it is so pretty and the formulation of it, super nice. It got like a little bit of like a shimmer, but it's really not shimmer. Like, I love it. It doesn't emphasize texture. See, it's like a nice pretty pink. With this blush, you don't need no highlighter. You see the nice radiancy? Every time I use this, I literally don't apply highlighter. Alright, so moment of the truth. I already applied my complexion products and the bronzer. And this bronzer really bronzed me up. Like, it's very warm. I couldn't apply too much because if not, I was gonna end up looking like a carrot. But let me compare this baby with some of my Holy Grail's favorite bronzers, the ones that I use the most. Alright, so let me swatch this right here in the back of my hand. I really do like the texture. And this is the new one from DIOR. Let me build it up a little bit more. And of course, I'm gonna start with my Holy Grail, my favorite bronzers of all the bronzers that I have. Gold Dust from Tom Ford. This is my baby. The one from DIOR, it is darker than the one from Tom Ford. But anyways, let me swatch it. See? Oh, rip. The one from DIOR is darker. Also from Dior, this is really not a bronzer, it is a face powder and it came out not so long ago. It's new and I have the shade 07. This, I don't like it as a powder, but it is so freaking pretty as a bronzer. In my review, I told you guys, don't buy it as a bronzer, buy a darker shade. As a powder, it is stunning, like bomb.com. What I like the most about this powder as a bronzer, it is the undertone. It's super neutral. You really don't see no red undertone or orange undertone, and that's my peppy when it comes to bronzers. I really want all my bronzers to be neutral. So let me, you see that? Like, do you see how neutral this shade looks compared to this one from Dior? This one looks orangey compared to this one. This one, it is just perfect. Like, wow, like this is the perfect shade for a bronzer. Alright, so I felt the urge to pass through this bronzer with my powder brush. I was just looking a little bit too warm, like too orangey, and that's just not my cup of tea. We have Truffle, the darker shade from Westman Atelier. It is lighter than the one from Dior. It's lighter than this one from Dior, but it is a bit darker than the one from Tom Ford. Love Yourself Beauty on the shade Strength. This is the darkest shade. This one, the one from Love Yourself, looks similar to the one from the Dior Powder No Powder. Gucci on the shade 05. This is way too dark for my skin complexion, and besides that, it is super freaking red. So I really don't use this. I have to buy another shade, but let me just swatch it for my babies out there that they do use the Gucci bronzer on the shade number 5. Like literally from bridge to bridge, completely different undertones. This one from Gucci, it is so red, and this one from Dior, it is super orange. I have this new face palette from Wayne Gash. This is the shade Dark. The only issue that I have with this palette, it is that this is the darkest one and it's really not that dark. It should have come out with a darker shade, but when it comes to the formulation of this face palette, it is like beautiful blendability. It looks beautiful on top of texture, on top of pores, everything. So I'm only gonna be swatching the bronzer side. But when it comes to undertones, it is similar to the one from Dior. See? With the difference that this one from Dior, it is darker than the one from Wayne Gash. Last but not least, I have Patrick Ta. I have the shade medium and the darker shade. This is cream and powder, so I'm only gonna be swatching the powder size. This is the darker shade. That's the darker shade, and it does look super similar to the one from Dior, to be honest with you. And then let me swatch the medium shade. Alright, so the one from Patrick Ta, the darker shade, does look similar to the one from Dior on swatch and on the face, because if I put them side to side, the one from Patrick Ta looks way darker than this one. See? Alright guys, so you already saw all the comparisons, you already saw the application, and now it's time for my final thoughts, no BS. What do I really think about this bronzer? I love the packaging, I really like the formulation, but I'm not a big fan of the shade. I really don't like the shade. It's super warm, it's super orange. I mean, if it was like very warm but not as orange, it really won't bother me that much, but I really don't like the orange undertone. I'm super picky when it comes to bronzers. I know that I'm being extra, and I know that it's super hard to find a bronzer with like a nice flat neutral undertone, but so far I found one. This one from Dior, which is not a bronzer, it is the perfect undertone. So if you're picky like me and you really don't like bronzers with red or orange undertone, then this is what you've been looking your whole life. life. Like, this is what you need. For me to even go back with powder to kind of take some of the bronzer off is because it was really bothering me. I'm the type that I really like to go ham sometimes when it comes to bronzers. I just want to look like a summer goddess, especially for the summer, and I can do that with this bronzer. I really have to watch out. I have to have a light head, because if I apply a little bit too much, I'm going to end up looking crazy. Because the shade number 6, which is the one before this one, I saw it in person and it looked like too light for my liking, too light for my skin complexion, and I hate the struggle with bronzers. Like, I always like to get them a shade or two darker so I can just, you know, grab a little bit so it can give me a lot of pigmentation instead of me fighting with the goddamn bronzer, going back in the pan, trying to get some color payoff. I hate that. I did like it, but it's just not something that I was like, oh wow about it. Like, oh my god, you gotta hurry up and get it. It's just so good. No, like, I still like this one way more than this one. So if you're on the hunt for a good bronzer, or you want to pick up a bronzer, or you wanted this one, no, I suggest you to pick this one up. I know it's not a bronzer, but you're gonna thank me later. Pick it up in a darker shade and try it. Come back and let me know what's up. You guys know I always need your guys' feedback, so let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think? How does it look? Do you feel me? Like, do you feel the same way, or do you like it? Do you have it? Are you planning on picking it up? You're gonna skip on it? Let me know all the tea. You guys know I love chit-chatting back and forth with you guys. Thank you again for another great video. I love you all so damn much. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope now you are considering subscribing down below and the little red button, and make sure your notification bell is on so YouTube can notify you every time I upload new videos. Mwah! See you on the next one.